Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday! This is Devils After Dark. Come to you live from the Primetime Radio studios in the bunker and Scotty's Palacio Estates in Beverly Hills, California, as the Devils harpoon the Sharks 2-1 tonight, or today, matinee game at the Rock, across the street of American Whiskey on 51 Edison Place, next to Championship Plaza. Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, what did you think about this game? Because I'm pretty happy. I am pretty happy. Woo! But there were some things that gave me a heart attack. But, Scotty, this is going to be a Happy Devils recap.
It is a Happy Devils recap. Hello to everybody over there at American Whiskey. Woo! Celebrating a big Devils victory. Today, after the matinee game, see everyone filing in. Gonna get them some celebratory drinks. Maybe a pizza, maybe some tacos. Make sure you tip your bartenders, take care of them. Hello to everybody on Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube Live, talking big Devils victory today, 2-1 over the fish, the Sharks. Harpooned. I like the reference there, Sam.
Harpooning. I like that. Yes.
Harpooned the Sharks over there from San Jose. Yeah, big game today. A little sluggish start. Hey, there's our girl Peyton. Make sure to look at that. Look at that nice little Scully hat she's got on there. Yeah, we got an early start today, which was a little sluggish at first, but the Devils picked it up, used their speed to take on their opponent, and come through with a big victory that, maybe biting the nails there at the end of the game in the last 4 to 5 minutes or so, with the Sharks really putting on an onslaught. But the Devils withstand it. Get a little puck luck, some posts to help the goaltender out there. Mac Black, who was back in. But, yeah, hell of a game that we're going to talk about right now. So, please, hit us up. We want to know your feedback as well. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, hashtag Devils After Dark. And, of course, this is brought to you by BetStamp.app exclusively on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. So, yes, I'm Scotty here with Sam Wu. Let's talk about this game, Sam. Matinee action, first afternoon one for the New Jersey Hockey Devils over there at the Rock. And, yeah, it's a little surprising. Mac Black back in net again. I thought we were going to see some Vanacek today, but I guess riding with the sort of hot hand here. Mackenzie Blackwood now a winner of 3 in a row. And again, 7 D-men. Also wasn't really expecting that today, but hey, I guess if it works, why not roll with it? We'll talk about some of that and maybe some lineup changes that we could be seeing in the future, but let's get to this game now. In the first period, both teams looking like it was an afternoon game. A little bit slow, a little bit sluggish. No raining pucks, Slayer style in the first period, although we have to set the threshold for the raining pucks. I think like anything over like 35 shots should get the raining pucks. And we had 36 tonight, so we can say raining pucks. And we can play some Slayer a little later on there. So first period, no goals. However, the Devils did get a couple nice opportunities. Palat drew a penalty. Jesper Bratt had a nice shot on goal from the high slot. He was unable to put it home. Jesper still looking for his first goal, but he is racking up the points on the assist side. And as we were talking about the other day on Devils After Dark, Bratt is the playmaker that makes this offense go. As long as you're keeping him and Jack Hughes on 2 separate lines, I think you got two lines that are going to give you some hardcore offense over there. But Bratt, unable to put it home for his first goal, but still getting the opportunity. And nice stat by Bill, don't call me Captain Spaulding. Come on, we got to have the Halloween references. That's House of a Thousand Corpses, if you don't know. with the spooky season in full effect. But nice stat from Bill Spalding here. Brett, 6 of his 7, or I guess 7 of his 8 now? Or was that one, was that other? No. That was the power play. So 6 of his 8 points have come at 5-on-5, which is really nice to see. Sometimes these offensive players put up points on the power play and not the 5-on-5 play, but that is not the case with Jesper Bratt. So real nice stat there from Bill Spalding. Bratt and Nico again connected, but couldn't put home a nice chance. Bastian had a nice intercept of a pass as well in the first period and turned around and ripped a rocket just wide of net. And the teams went into the second period tied 0-0, although by the end of the first, you can see the Devils really starting to wake up, starting to use the speed to their advantage, which creates opportunities against the San Jose team who has been traveling a whole bunch in this early part of the season. We know they've had a heck of a schedule here, coming from a West Coast team out to Europe and then back to the East Coast. They're all screwed up with their time zones. They got their first win the other night. Dan Quinn against his old team. Oh, our good friends, the Rangers. Sarcasm there, by the way. Oh, what a shame to see their former coach get his first win of the season against the Rangers. Ah, shucks. But anyway, we were happy that the Devils were able to pull it out today. Into the second period. We had more good opportunities. I believe it was Palat coming down the wing, or was it Brad? I can't remember. I think it was Palat coming down the wing, who was able to feed Nico Hischier on a 2-on-1, and I knew it as soon as I saw it. Distinct kicking motion. It was kind of a tough one there because Nico was kind of turning with his skates and everything, but it did kind of look like the Swiss Superman. Hello, Cesaro. Our own Swiss Superman, Nico Hischier, kind of just kicked it in a little bit soccer style. So that goal gets called back. Jack Hughes then follows it up with a wicked spin-a-Rooney shot that did not connect. But however, 2 big, massive, important things happened today. 2 members of the team that we are relying on for points and scoring finally got on the goal sheet, and one of them was Yegor Sharangovich. We have seen him jumbled around on some of the lines. We want to see the chemistry forming, and we know he already has it with Jack Hughes, so it's nice to see him reunited with Jack Hughes. And today, Sharangovich was able to pick the puck in the Shark zone, do a little shake and bake, Talladega Night style with a little shimmy over there, gets the goaltender to go down, puts the puck to his backhand, and slams it home for his first goal of the season, unassisted. We have talked about it. Yegor Sharangovich, need to get him going early in the season. It's 5 games in, and we're glad to see him get his first goal because, as we've seen, once one comes, then they start kind of coming rapid fire with Yegor. Once he gets on that hot streak, he gets a little confidence. You kind of saw a couple more shots from him during the day, just letting it rip. Let that bad boy rip, Yegor. You're on that line because you are a shooter. And you have a wicked, wicked shot, son. Unleash that bad boy. Unleash it upon the opposing goaltenders. Or if you want to do a little shake and bake shimmy and backhand, slam home, whatever your pleasure, Yegor. As long as you keep scoring goals, we're going to be happy, New Jersey Hockey Devil fans, and you're going to be happy too because the more points you put up, the better contract you're eventually going to get there, good sir. So, very nice to see one of these young Devils who we know has struggled a little bit with consistency in his first couple years here in the league. Nice to see him get on the board in the goal category. Unassisted from Yegor Sharangovich, unassisted to himself right there on the backhand at 13:21 of the second period. And then right after that, about 2.5 minutes later at 15:43 on the power play, Sam Wu, our first power play goal since Alexander Holtz in game number 1 of the season. And by the way, we haven't given up a shorthanded goal yet this season. I don't want to jinx anything. Because, every now and then we get outscored on our own power play. But so far, so good. Thank you, Andrew Burnett. You're doing a hell of a job there, buddy. But we got a power play goal from another person that we're happy to see on the goal sheet again, Dawson Mercer. That head of hair just whipping in the wind over there. Dawson Mercer gets his 2nd of the season on the power play from Nico Hischier, his 4th assist, and Jesper Bratt, his 8th assist of the season. That's right, 8 points already in 5 games for Jesper Bratt, and this was a hell of a setup. Jesper again getting a really nice shot on goal from far away. He was outside the dot, but put a wicked shot on goal that the goaltender was unable to, control the rebound. And who's right there at the side of the net? Someone who's looking healthier and healthier. And I saw him deliver a couple hits today as well. That's the captain, Nico Hischier. He picks the puck and moves around the net on the power play and finds Dawson Mercer, comes around the other side, finds Dawson Mercer alone right there in the slot. Dawson takes one shot, save, rebound, jumps right back to him, and boom! He buries the second for a second attempt for his 2nd goal of the season. Once again on the power play, coming from Hischier and Jesper Bratt. Love to see those 2 young guys getting the goals. Assists are great and the points are great. Yeah. But for some of these players, like a Igor, like a Dawson Mercer, those goals are going to give them so much more confidence. And we need that with this team, with this young team. You got a Palat, you got a Halla, you got Dougie on the defense who's really leading, of course, with Nico and Jack as well. But those experienced players, giving them another set of confidence, when the team gets down, when they don't play as well, keeping those spirits high. You start putting these goals on there as well, boom. That is a lethal combination, and it leads to winning streaks, which we're actually on. Remember last season when we were like, it's a 2-game winning streak for the Devils? Well, we've already topped that. We've already got 3 in a row here in this early part of the season. But what happened? Late in the second period, just over, not even a minute later, classic Devils. And you're thinking, oh no, don't do this on this wonderful Saturday afternoon at the Rock. But classic Devils came out, and LeBlanc from the Sharks got a monster, wicked shot, ripped home. What was it at 16:15? So we scored at 15:43, and then at 16:15, just under about a minute and a half later, the Sharks go ahead. The Devils give up a 2-on-1, and the Sharks score there near blocker side on Mackenzie Blackwood. Tough goal, you may say. Mackenzie wanted that one back. I guess you can say that, but really, that was a nasty shot by LeBlanc, putting it home for his first of the season there. And the teams go into the third period. Devils up 2-1. And there was no scoring there in the third, although there was a lot of drama going on. Power plays that the Devils had to kill there near the end of the third period. Nate Bastian, Beefalytics. And by the way, I don't know where Andrej Palat stands on our Beefalytics chart.
He's moving up on the charts.
He's moving up. Moved up because he is leading the team in hits this season. So I know Palat is not the biggest guy, but man, are the Beefalytics strong with that one. He's like, he's at number. That's Bastian. He's at number 4.
I don't think he's trying to move. I got to talk to a little Fireboy about Palat Beefalytics.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to talk about him with the Beefalytics there, because Palat is definitely moving up the charts there. Just like the Force is strong with the Skywalkers, the Beefalytics strong with Palat. Okay. But Nate Bastian, late in the third period, man, did he have a nice shot block there. And a clear. Took the shot, spins around and gets a backhand clear through the Sharks. I can't remember who it was, player's legs. Nico Hischier then follows it up, still on the penalty kill there with a face-off win in the Devils zone and a clear of the puck, which was great to see. Carlson almost tied it up there at the end with a rocket of the shot. Thank you, goalpost, for coming through and helping out Mac Black on that one. But we survived the 6-on-4 onslaught there. Dan Quinn, I like that move by Dan Quinn there. Late in the third on the power play, pulling the goaltender with about, I don't know, it was about 3.5 minutes left or so. To give the Sharks a 6-on-4 advantage. I thought that was a really nice play. We almost had a John, don't call me Dan, isotoner gloves, Marino football call, but his empty net goal just trickled a little short. And the
Hail Mary didn't have enough juice.
The Hail Mary just didn't have. It was a little short.
Yeah,
didn't have enough yardage on that one. But the last 3 to 4 minutes of the game there, the Sharks were really throwing everything they could at the Devils, and they withstood it. They withstood it from a defensive front, which is really, really nice to see from the boys. They didn't collapse in the last minute. I know my heart was kind of racing. You could hear Dano on the call just getting a little because it just felt like, because we've been so used to it for so many years now, the Devils giving up those goals late in periods, at the end of the games, at those opportune times when you're hoping that your goaltender makes that save, and we haven't seen it. Well, today we did. We got a little help from the goalpost, but Mackenzie Blackwood also made a couple really nice sprawling saves there at the end of the game against the Sharks to seal the deal, baby. Big Devils victory, 2-1 at the Rock. First afternoon game of the season. Yegor Sharangovich gets your first star, Mercer the second, and Mac Black your third star of the afternoon. Shots on goal, rating pucks by the New Jersey Hockey Devils. 10-26 for a total of 36. The Sharks 6-8-8 for a total of 22. So another good thing, Devils still keeping those shot totals against down low. Love seeing that. We got a little trouble with the face-off circle today. Sharks had the advantage, according to the NHL app here, 52.4% to 47.6. Devils score a power play goal. Love seeing that. And they didn't give up a shorthanded one, nor did they give up a power play goal to the Sharks, who were 0 for 2. Hits. Sharks, again, Devils, I don't know if the Devils have won a hit battle yet this season, but 25 hits today. I think that is the most all season long total wise for a game. Sharks threw 35. Love seeing this. 16 blocked shots for the New Jersey Hockey Devils, only 12 for the Sharks. We know we've been seeing some Devils block shot totals up in like the 20s in this early season, which means they're getting a lot of those high perimeter shots, which are easy to just kind of kick out with your skates. Not today. Not today, Devils fans. 10 giveaways, we don't like that, and only 5 takeaways, but one of them was from Yegor Sharangovich, which he turned into a goal. Oh, Mr. Opportunity. Thank you, Yegor. Sharangovich, as our good friend Beer Baron likes to call him. So really good game by the New Jersey Hockey Devils. Again, the Sharks a little reeling, much like the Ducks, much like the Islanders, who we know are a better team, but came out a little slow the other day. Who cares? You got to go out there and play the game. The Devils started out slow, and then they kicked their speed into gear, and they started using it for their advantage. I think it was Barzell who said it the other night from the Islanders, we haven't seen a team that fast in a really, really long time. The Devils are finally starting to get it all together. Thank you, Andrew Burnett. And putting their speed to their advantage. And that's a very important thing. Not only on the offense, but they got it on the defensive side as well. They got some good speed over there. And they got some size. Use those beefalytics, boys. Andre Palat coming through with a bunch of hits as well. So really good game. A couple things, that we need to talk about and discuss on the, sort of like, we want to work on this side. Mikey McLeod, still over. only kind of like doing 50% now on the faceoffs. We know he was a faceoff beast, but Eric Halla has really taken over that role as a monster faceoff man. Nico Hischier, of course, back, who we know is usually well above 50% as well. So if you're not putting points on the board and you're not winning faceoffs, Mikey McLeod, gonna need you to step up a little bit more. Because I know a man by the name of Fabian Zetterlund who could throw the hits, who can win some faceoffs, and has been shown so far to also be quite the point producer. And I know this is something that I've been talking about. Alexander Holtz, why is he just sitting and watching? Let him, if you weren't going to play him, like, why was he not just put him back down in the AHL then, and let him play and let him get the reps? I'm not sure. I'm not a coach. I'm not a GM. But I know, when the Devils need some scoring, that's a guy who can give it to you. So we'll see what happens. We got a couple more games coming up this week. A big one against the Caps on Monday. We'll see what happens there, if there are any lineup changes. But for me right now, I'm looking at, Mikey McLeod. I'm looking at Thomas Tatar, who I know is a great locker room guy. But you're goose-egged. You're bageled. And not with, a bacon, egg, and cheese. If you were a bagel with bacon, egg, and cheese, that means you'd be doing good, but you're just plain bagel. No cream cheese, not even butter. It's like, whoa, what is this over here? And I know he's a really good guy, and he's good with the fans, and he's great in the locker room, but he's also got to produce. And he hasn't done that yet this season. And when you look at that, and then you look at such a prospect and talent as an Alexander Holtz who's been scratched, you start kind of like, I'm scratching your head a little bit on that as well. But that being said, Devils won today. And they came together as a team. And I will say this, Tatar made some good defensive plays. And he did get a couple good shots on net. But, I don't know. We'll talk about that. That's too much. I feel like I'm complaining too much about a win, though, because there were a lot of good things today.
You sound spoiled.
I do. I want to, and I want to be spoiled. Because I know I've definitely questioned some things that Lindy has decided on. Lindy gonna Lindy on some certain things. But for me, I don't know. I'm just like, when I see that talent of Alexander Holtz, I'm like, get him in the lineup, But either way, Devils victory. Mac Black again comes through. I think we might have a save percentage over 900 now. I know he was at 885, but I think it's true, Sam Wu. I think we may have a goaltender with a above 900 save percentage, which, isn't that amazing thing, Devils fans? Isn't that an amazing thing? Let us know what you think about it. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, everybody at American Whiskey. Woo! Putting the horns up for a big Devils victory. Make sure you tip your bartenders, be real good, and they will be good to you. Hello to Peyton over there. And let's say hi to our good friend, Sam Wu, before we get to all of your thoughts and all of your comments. Sam Wu, what say you about this game today?
Couple times I almost had a heart attack. The post. However, I thought
that Carlson post.
Yeah.
Woo! That just like echoed everywhere throughout the arena, man. That had
absolutely. You know what?
Woo,
it was a pretty good game. A lot of excitement. Loved Palat. Too bad the goal was called back. Nico Hischier's distinct kicking motion, allegedly. Which, by the way, I tweeted out on my Twitter account that because that whole rule is so subjective when it goes to Toronto, why even bother even having that rule and just let them kick it? Because honestly, it's like Nico didn't purposely kick it, but at the same time, it's like you got to look at the puck before you kick it. But it was a kicking motion. Like, why not just you can kick it? What difference does it make? I don't know. Is it kind of like handball in soccer? I don't know. But the goal was called back. Devils hung in there, had a 2-0 lead. They They gave up that one goal very quickly after the second goal, so there's still a lot of things to work on. But here's the good news: Mackenzie Blackwood, Mac Black, is doing a lot better. 3 wins in a row. He really wants that number 1 spot. He's showing it now. I mean, the first opening night was like, yeah, okay. We've seen that before. But 3 in a row, he's building confidence right now. I think Palat played well. Marino played well. The penalty kill played pretty well, I thought.
Yeah.
Still got to work on learning how to get the puck out of the zone. Couple times, again, they weren't able to get out, but they withstood it. Jack Hughes, a little frustrated because we expect more from Jack Hughes. And when I mean frustrated, not me frustrated, but Jack Hughes is frustrated. But it'll come with time. I think maybe he's pressing a little bit. He wants to do a little bit too much. He's excited. He loves his team. He wants to contribute. And I don't blame him, but he had that sweet video game move. And I was telling my wife, 25 years ago, players didn't make those kind of moves. It's almost like the video generation, players like Jack Hughes and the younger players are all like taught on those video games, and they're actually making impossible moves that was unrealistic 25 years ago, like the norm. It's quite amazing how that turned around. Because back in the day when I used to play NHL 94, it's like you make all these moves and it's like, they'll never happen in a real game. But they are now. And that's what makes the game exciting. So those are some of my observations. But I want to know from Devils fans, like, what do you think of Lindy Ruff now? Everybody want to fire him? 2 games into the season. Now he's won 3 in a row. I liked how the team responded. I always believe it starts from the top. He's not out of the woods yet by no means, but, I think you got to give him a chance. You got to give him a chance. Yes, he's had many chances previous years, but you know what? The injuries, everything. But now you've got a full roster. You spent all the way to the cap. I like to reserve judgment till probably All-Star break, but this is a nice.
I'm giving him another 5 games. I'm going on for Lou style. 10 games, and we're gonna see. We're gonna review. Same thing with Tatar. Same thing with McLeod. I know Joseph Lanham on YouTube Live here says that can't complain about McLeod not scoring when he's doing so many other things right. I mean, seems to me more like Nico and Holla are handling like the penalty kills and the face-off victories. These days. So that's where I'm, getting on McLeod a little bit. He's got some hits, which is nice, but, Mike McLeod's a first-round draft pick, and would like to see him, chip in a little bit here and there on the offensive side. That's just my opinion on things. Especially when you got a Holtz sitting, riding the pine, it's like, man, I wonder what that would be like. I'm a big fan of Nate Bastian, though. I like what he's been doing. And don't get me wrong, Beefalytics are great. I really like what Bastian's been doing. He gets in front of the net. He hasn't scored yet this year, but I know that's coming for him. You don't expect a lot from that fourth line. But I don't know. It's just, for me, I'd like to see just a little bit more, but it's only 5 games into the season. That's why we said we'll give him 10. We'll give him 10, and we'll see what's up. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, I'm sorry, Samu, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I
think I cut you off before when you were talking. I apologize.
Oh, well, that's okay. It probably was, worthless commentary anyway.
Sam has already forgotten.
Yeah. Oh, no, right, I remember now. Eric Holla.
Yeah.
I'm one of those strange hockey fans that looks at the little things behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, behind the play. The man hustles and back checks. If you watch him, sometimes I think it was Dougie Hamilton that was trying to keep the puck in the zone, and I think it was Holla. The puck was going back the other way, and it was Holla that was just doing everything he could from point A to point B to back check and get into that play to be disruptive.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the little things you got to look for, and you hope that the young players emulate. Because once the team starts emulating great habits like that, Hala or Palat, the little things that they do, then you've got yourself a team that's doing the right things all over, and it helps. So, but look, 2-1 game. I know Vinny and I had different predictions and all that, but it was a 2-1 game. They held on and got lucky, but sometimes the game's part of luck. But 3 in a row, Scotty, with the Washington Capitals coming on Monday, the momentum is building. It is totally building right now, where they can win close games and play hard.
Yeah. And also to point out as well, because we've been talking about, maybe I'm being a little nitpicky here with Tatar and McLeod, but also something to point out is that Brendan Smith, who we know has been great with the beefalytics, has been great with the block shots, has kind of been losing a little bit of ice time there to big ball. So wondering if maybe that's one of the flips that happens when the Capitals come to town. Do they go back to their standard, 12 forward? There he is, number 5. Does Brendan Smith get a rest as the veteran? Does Ball get in there for just the full game there on that third pairing with John Marino? We're going to find out, obviously. We're going to find out.
Yep.
Well, I'm assuming Vanacek will probably be in goal against his former team. We will find out about that as well on Monday. But let's take a look over here. What's up to Ramona? What's up to Lee Plays? Dennis. Brennany. Okay. Colossal win. Bachigaloop. He's pumped. Eric, talk about finding a way to win. That's right. Anthony LaPena. I was sweating it out as well on that 6-on-4. But that's a good test for the Devils. That's a good test for this young team to see if they can withstand that. And they did. Again, they got a little lucky there with that Carlson shot. I mean, that was like out of a cannon. Carlson looks like he's actually starting to, play a little bit like he did like 4 or 5 years ago, which could be, bad news for the rest of the league there. But oh my goodness, yes, much like Sam Wu, almost had a heart attack as well. Joseph, we could play Slayer anytime. I'm down with that. Anthony says it's a bogus call. Oh, that was right. That Nico goal that was called back was a shorthanded opportunity. I didn't even mention that before. I almost forgot. That was when the Devils were on the penalty kill. Good call on that over there. The art of pimpin' wants to see more goals with that many shots on net. I agree. If we're going to go raining pucks, you like to see more like that 3 to 4 goal range. But again, this one, that second period, they had the 20 shots, which is nice, and they scored twice, which I think is really good. The third period there, they only had 6. They were kind of trying to shut the Sharks down there, who were putting on that massive push, especially in the final 5 minutes of the game. But yeah, you want to see them bury a couple more chances, and I think that goes back to what Sam Wu was saying about the frustration that maybe Jack Hughes is feeling right now. Don't worry about Jack. He's going to be just fine. You see the opportunities that he is getting. Like Sam was saying, that was like a video game move, that spin shot that he put on.
Sweet.
These are going to go in. These are going to eventually go in, okay? Just as long as he stays healthy, he will be fine. Just stay healthy. Oh, please, sweet Ozzy. Dear, sweet, 8-pound, 4-ounce baby Ozzy eating a bat's head. Please, please, please let Jack Hughes stay healthy over there, okay? Kevin Spire, big win. Bachagaloop, he's a witch. Also, Joseph, you can see Hall's style of play on his face. He's a serious player. Yeah, he is. He is, which is something that will bode well for these younger players who have seemed to have lost their way, in recent seasons. When the going gets tough, they get a little down and they don't know how to get themselves back up. Now with the Palats, with the Hallas, Dougie actually being here without a broken jaw. That's a lot of that veteran experience that we talked about in the off season. When we started acquiring these guys, it's like, whoa, we went from one of the absolute youngest teams in the league, and Brendan Smith as well, to another one like Holla. That dude takes the game very, very seriously, which is something I think we needed. We have a few more, I guess, passive players that don't get so Nico Hischier. You're going to see him here and there, but he's a lead by example type of guy. I don't think you're going to see him screaming at the bench or anything like that. We know Palat has already filled that role after that first period of the Anaheim game when they were stinking it up, and they have turned it around since then. So those voices, those veteran voices in the locker room has made an insane difference already on this team, this young team, these prospects who we have been waiting to blossom for years now. It's all finally starting to come together. And again, just for me, I would love to see Holtz back in there, on that maybe the third line. I mean, I would love to see him with Hughes. I'd love to see Hughes and Sharon Govich and Holtz up there. Move Mercer back to the third line with Holla and Wood. I'm going to put Tatar down on the fourth with McLeod and Bastion or something like that. I'm all for Fabian Zetterlund as well, because whenever that guy seems to be in the lineup, he does find a way to get on the score sheet. So we'd love to see some of these guys start getting their chances. There's no reason why I can't rotate them in and out, much like it's a long season. It's a long season, not, 12 forwards don't have to play all 82 games. We can rotate some guys in and out here. And just so they can get some reps as well, game time. Let's I know Bachikaloop, I know the Monty Python. I got you over there. Let's go over to the old Facebook Live and see who's going on over there. Boom, 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 boom. Got to make sure I turn down my volume so we don't have a little feedback action.
Turn down your radio,
David
caller.
Decker. David Decker. There we go. Nate Milbank. Palat is everything we wanted out of Zacha. Woo! Baby,
wow.
Is that a statement right there?
That is a statement.
Nate coming through. Yuri. That's right. That one went off the post. David Holiday. Yeah, Bastion's shot block with 3 minutes. On that penalty kill was amazing. And which was even better was the clear that followed it, because he put it through the Sharks forward or defender, I can't remember who it was, right in between their legs on a backhand after he took a shot off the arm and shoulder. So hell of a game by Nate Bastion. Love to see that from him. Christopher Brown still got questions on Ruff with the lineup. Yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. Did anyone catch the guy in the fursuit on the broadcast? I did not see that, but a couple other people did. Okay. If we go on this skit, I say fire Ruff. Well, yeah, I think that's what everyone would say. But you know what? Let's do it Uncle Lou style, like he used to talk about. Okay, 10-game segments. Let's have some judgment calls after 10 games. We've played 5. We're 3-2. Remember how we started off last season, Sam Wu?
Then the jersey just derailed everything.
It ruined everything. It ruined everything as soon as they revealed that and they started wearing it. But remember, we had that game against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh.
And I don't remember if it was Steve Tartaz or somebody. Maybe it was Nate or our buddy Nate or David Holiday or Matt Junio on Facebook. Someone said that was a statement game, that Tampa Bay game that we won.
Yeah, that's when we did Game Day Live in the middle of Amalie Arena, the Thunder Alley.
That's right.
Ken Danico came out.
Yeah, we want to say a big thank you, by the way, to the Tampa Bay Lightning, who have always been very, very nice to us and have treated us like family every time we've gone down there. So big horns up to the Tampa Bay Lightning for allowing us to do this podcast from there. Everybody at American Whiskey, woo, putting the horns up, having a nice adult beverage after the game. That's right. Oh, yeah. Don't choke on it there. All right? Come on. Don't choke on it. Make sure you get down okay. But, yeah, big victory for the Devils today. And got another one coming on Monday. No rest for the wicked, because we got the Washington Capitals coming in. And then we go to Detroit, who we know we've already seen this season. That'll be their first road game where they got to get on the old airplane and fly over to Detroit. That's a back-to-back, Monday and Tuesday. So you're going to see Vanacek in there one of those games. I'm thinking at home against his former team, but we'll see what happens. And then again, like we were talking about, maybe this will be an opportunity for some of these young guys like Zetterlund and Holtz to get in the lineup and maybe give some of the veterans a game off here and there. Like a Brendan Smith, okay, let's get Ball in there, okay? Maybe we give Tatar the day off and we get Holtz in there. And if you're taking Brendan out and you're just going to have Ball in, that'll open up another spot on that fourth line. Instead of double shifting everybody, maybe you get a Fabian Zetterlund in there as well.
Yes.
Okay? So that'll be a good thing with these back-to-back games. That's a positive from it. There's not a lot of positive in the back-to-backs because they're tough to play, especially when you're at home and then you got to fly out. That always sucks. But we do have a young enough team and we have enough depth. Something we talked about in the offseason, the depth of this New Jersey Hockey Devils team, because don't forget, we got a bunch of guys down at that AHL level as well. Much like our good friend Andreas, don't call me Andre Janssen. Sam Wu, was there something that happened in the Utica Comets game the other day?
Oh, yeah.
What happened, Sam Wu?
Just give me 1 second because something happened at the game.
And we need to go to our bunker studios for a quick game update about what's going on with the Utica Comets. Sam Wu, if you could take it away.
Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios. Wrong clip. I made plenty of these clips last night. Hold on a second.
Football call fail. We
I
wanted
should
to have a quick game update for everyone because I know people have been clamoring for the football calls, and we're telling you, as soon as John, don't call me Dan, Isotoner Gloves, Marino gets on the scoreboard, we're going to have a Devils football call. But Sam Wu, let's try it once more. We had some technical difficulties going back to the studio. Do we have a quick game break update about what's going on with the Utica Comets?
Hopefully this is not the outtake where I'm swearing because I messed it up. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, there we go. Coming to you live from Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium. It is the Cleveland Monsters versus your Utica Comets.
Fumble by Sam Wu.
Andre Johnson out of the shotgun. The puck is snapped. He laterals to Nolan Foote. Foote laterals back to Riley Walsh. Is the reverse to Pinho. Back to Johnson. Touchdown Comets. Touchdown Comets. Touchdown Comets. The Comets lead 1-0 over the Monsters. Oh boy, this is the AHL.
Woo! Uh-oh. Joseph Lanham is benching you like I'm trying to bench Tatar over here. Oh, boy.
I wasn't prepared for a game update. I was like, thank goodness I didn't pull out the one of the ones that were a dud where I'm like, crap. I didn't, you know how we are at the Let's Go Devils podcast. We don't label our clips.
We don't label things. It's just, Sam is just guessing at files that are just named with numbers and stuff like that, hoping for the right one to play.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, This wasn't 12 seconds.
We probably need some better pregame coaching as well. We're here busting on Lindy, and we probably need some better game planning ourselves over here. Oh, man.
I got to bench myself. Suspend myself or something.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Sam Woo's out of the lineup for the next game. That's right. For that
Is that a
back-to-back.
burger?
He's out of the lineup.
Is that
He's
a
out of
beef
the
burger?
lineup.
I think that's a beef burger. They like the beef.
Oh, we see. Oh, there's some beefalytics being served right there at the bar right now. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
beefalytics. Yeah, at American Whiskey.
Woo, baby.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah.
It's early mornings here in California, so I haven't even had lunch or anything yet. Everyone else is enjoying some good food over there at American Whiskey. We thank you for stopping by there. You know, we're always going to be up on that big screen. We're going to have some live events there. And our next one will be on November the 12th.
Yes.
Well, we're always live, but we'll be in person live at American Whiskey as well. But you can always hang out there. Pre-game, post-game, celebrate a Big Devils victory, have some beers. There's our girl Peyton walking by. Got that Devils hat on. She's serving up some nice adult beverages to everybody at the bar. So it's good. And there you are, pointed away. There you go. Got the beefalytics there. Woo! Love it.
Beefalytics.
Love it. Oh, yeah. I think the drummer from Killswitch Engage is sitting at the bar. There we go. Brandon Smith, again, got his playing time cut tonight. Kevin Ball stepping in there. And that's something we might see.
We got to redo the beefalytics. We should do weekly beefalytics rankings.
I think we're gonna have to have an update.
Yeah.
We may have to have votes as well. YouTube Live and Facebook Live, Twitter Live and Twitch. You're gonna have to vote for who do you think should be leading in beefalytics. I mean, right now I think Palat has got it.
We'll have Beer
down.
Baron count the ballots. We'll have Beer Baron count the ballots.
We won't get the results for another like 6 months. Then.
Yeah. Just like our elections, we won't know for another few months. Too close to call.
We won't know for quite some time then. If Beer Baron is doing the counting, yeah.
But if Nikki was doing it, it's real time counting.
Well, if Nikki was doing it, yeah, we know it'd be done right then and there. Yeah. There you go. Cheers, Peyton. Throwing down some drinks. We love seeing it there at the bar. Tip your bartenders.
Yes.
Be real nice to them, and they'll be real nice to you. But we got another game coming up on Monday. Yeah, Devil Horns. We got another game coming up on Monday. It'll be another good test for our boys against the Washington Capitals. Tom Wilson, Alexander Ovechkin. They got some beefalytics themselves coming to town. So, you know the Devils. You're right, Bachigaloo. Ball does look like a giant out there. He's got to use that reach, much like Char used to do, to his advantage.
Yes.
With that long stick. Use that reach to your advantage, Kevin Ball. But we'll see if there's going to be any lineup change-ups coming this Monday for the next New Jersey Hockey Devils game against the Washington Capitals at the Prudential Center. So that means same thing as today. If you're going to the game, stop by American Whiskey before, and you can check out Game Day Live with Sam Woo and Vinny Parisi. And then afterwards, hopefully we're celebrating our fourth victory in a row. And we'll be doing Devils After Dark right after. So now is the time in the season, or in the show, where we have to get to you versus Woo, brought to you by BetStamp.app. That's right. If you want to do a little gambling, a little betting on, some of these hockey games, go ahead and download the old BetStamp app and go to town. They got a nice little package plan if you're starting things up. We're doing score predictions all year. Vinny and Sam are doing it in Game Day Live, and then we're checking them out to see how well Sam Woo is doing in the postgame here on Devils After Dark. And so far, Sam is 0-2. He's got 2 overtime losses, which means he got half of the score right twice. So he's only got 2 points on the season. Let's see if Sam Woo is climbing up the ranks today. Sam Woo, what was your score prediction?
I believe I picked 7-2 Devils.
7-2
I
Devils.
think. Was it 7-2 or 5-2? I don't remember.
Wow.
I don't remember. I think it was 5-2.
So that's Sam Woo is going to remain at 0-2 then, because he was wrong on both sides of this 2-1 Devils victory. So
But Vinny
2 points on the season for Sam. What did Vinny have?
5-1 Devils. So he got
5-1. He got the one right for the Sharks. Okay, so Vinny gets an OTL right there. 1 point for Vinny on the season. I got to see anyone else. Ramona, I know she's been playing along with us as well. Anyone else get any score predictions correct over here? Fumble by Sam Wu, Christopher.
You people. Semi-pro.
Interception. Sam Wu's been picked off yet again.
It's a pick
yet
six.
Again. Oh, man. Okay, so both Vinny gets the OTL. Sam Wu is still at 2 points with 2 OTLs on the season for his score prediction. You can play along as well. I'm going to join if California ever changes their laws and I can do the online betting. I'm going to join with you as well. Betstamp.app. Download it. Have some fun. Unless you have a gambling problem, then please be responsible with it, okay?
Yeah.
And just be responsible.
And if you don't have money, just borrow.
Just borrow. Yeah, that always goes well. The mafia, always good people to borrow money from for gambling. Nothing ever goes wrong with those scenarios, ever.
No.
Ever.
Yeah.
Again, just jokes. Just jokes over here. Much like the throwing quick check subs on the ice, like we were talking about after game 2. Just jokes. Just jokes. We don't want you to actually do that, okay?
Yeah. Just
we're
Wawa.
Gonna be excited. We're going to be excited to come back and do this all over again for you on Monday night here exclusively on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. Game Day Live, Devils After Dark. We have hockey on tap will be going on as well. We're going to have the big show tomorrow night.
Sunday edition.
Let's Go the Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday edition with myself, Sam Wu, Beer Baron, and Short Sky will all be along to talk about the week that was in New Jersey Hockey Devils. That's right. Well, Sam Wu, it's been a great show. Want to thank everybody on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, everyone over there at American Whiskey. Put some Slayer on. Raining pucks with the shots from the sky. Sam Wu, I'm turning it over to you. Can't wait to see everyone again on Monday.
Yeah. Want to thank all those at American Whiskey. Tip your bartenders. Thank you, Mariah.
Thanks, Peyton.
Peyton, Aaron, Frank the Tank, Cheech, and all those on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Till next time, let's go Devils.